session. Buenos dias, don't be rude, say it back. My name is Sloan the Beast. Welcome back to the Beast Den. I'm a 30-something-year-old woman living in Florida with her family of 6, and you are here today to spend the weekend with me. We are resetting. Tomorrow I have a Pilates event that I've been invited to. This is my very first Pilates event, and it's so serendipitous because honestly, it was one of the things that was on my birthday wish for this year. First things first, we obviously need to figure out a fit. I have some really great Gymshark pieces, which I already love and I've already put together. I'm just missing the perfect jacket, and if we can keep it at under $30, even better. I'll leave the link to the outfit down below in my bio. But my original plan was to wear a sports bra and a jacket over top. I just felt so convicted. Like as soon as I walked in there, I threw my spare shirt on, and it's no shame to anyone. It's just myself. Like I'm just not comfortable putting it all out there. And I don't know if it's like an age thing or what, but I've definitely just been feeling more convicted as of late over just how much I'm exposing when it comes to my body. So happy that I have been prioritizing my skincare over the last, couple of years at this point, honestly, because this is the first event that I'm going to where it's like a no makeup focused event. Like obviously I don't want to wear a full face when I'm going to be sweating, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, my skin looks so good because I've been prioritizing it. I did some red light therapy for a while. I haven't been as consistent with that. I did some red light therapy last night because I have this massive pimple that will not go away, but it's fine, not a big deal. The rest of my face looks flawless. My hair came out really good, so I'm excited for this final look.
This is my first time doing Pilates, like I mentioned earlier, and I may be addicted. Like, this is a challenge. This was so much fun. It is very much in like your feminine energy, which you all know that I'm trying to get more into as well. So what an amazing event. Thank you so much for Peace and Flow for having me. I'm having such a great time. We have some activations to do inside, so let's pick up our things and get going. Being around a lot of people, while I love content creation, I love attending events and supporting my friends and supporting my, people just in my community and the communities that I'm a part of, it is very depleting for me. I got an IV shot. We obviously did Pilates this morning, and now my energy levels are just like, I feel myself starting to crash. Edward stopped at the grocery store really quick. We're gonna grab some snacks, whatever it is we're gonna cook tonight, and then I will go home, do some editing, get into comfy clothes, take a shower because I definitely sweated. That was a workout. It was definitely like an intro Pilates. In the meantime, I have just had one of these that were in the goodie bags. They are the only bar. I took a picture of it. I'll insert the picture because now the packaging is all ugly, but surprisingly really good. I was actually really nervous about it because it is a lemon bar, but it is surprisingly really good. So I'm just having this. We'll get home, we'll get cozy, and then I will probably crash out early because I am just socially depleted. You know what it is, being an introverted extrovert. So I'll see you once we get home. I've actually never done a soundboard activity. It's just not my thing, not something that I really have to do more research as to like how it aligns with my values. During the beginning of like the sound bowl, there's a part where she's like, you're laying down and you're just like, your body's like super relaxed, and she's like, you're open and blah blah blah. Mind you, I have days that I'm like, I'm gonna get my period at any moment. I knew it. As soon as she said that, I just felt like a release. I'm not even joking, and if you're a guy, you should probably fast forward this part, but I felt a release and I was like, oh my gosh, did I just get my period during this Pilates session? And the entire time I was so worried, but at the same time I knew that unless I used the bathroom, I would be fine. So thank God. I don't recommend that you ever hold your pee, but I definitely did. And when I got home, as soon as I used the restroom, got my period. So just something I thought was interesting and kind of took me for a loop there. So I am in my comfiest pajamas. I love this bouquet. I'll probably just let them dry out as well because they're just so beautiful. I also wanted to give you an update on this lemon bar. It is delicious. I actually really loved it. But this lemon protein bar is for sure the business. It's called Truvani, the only bar. I'm really excited to try this fudge brownie, especially now that I am on my period, for real. It's called David Protein. So 0 grams of sugar, 150 calories, and how many grams of protein are we looking at? We got to keep our affirmation cards, and I didn't know it brought a little notebook as well. Protein powders. I guess we're doing just like a little gift haul. I wonder what's the difference. This one's lemon cookie. Oh, they're both lemon cookie. I'm a lemon girly, so I'm excited to try these. See, this I'm excited for, the lemon pancakes. Like, look at how good that looks. Yeah, boy. Pilates soft hand lotion. Oh, and then we got these pens as well that say you are amazing. I'm just gonna lay low for the next probably a couple hours, snack on something, or actually get some food. I haven't had food yet, except for the wrap that I had while I was there. Hopefully get some editing for tomorrow's video that needs to go out if I can find my charger. So as you can see, I really like the way that this video is like transpiring because it gives you such a real look at how so many of the things that we've been talking about over how many videos I've been I've been posting here on YouTube, you'll see how everything really layers on, right? You've seen my resets as an omnivert, which is basically an introverted extrovert, right? So you've seen my resets as an omnivert. Now you see how it is that my chronotype really layers onto that. You see, because I'm depleted after being around people, and it's really funny because obviously I have like 4 kids and like the overstimulation, but this is why that awareness piece of what does your body actually need, what fuels you, what drains you, this awareness really helps you structure your life in a way that allows you to have meaningful relationships, allows you to show up in the spaces that you want to show up in, allows you to engage in hobbies and activities that are actually beneficial for you. If you want to know about chronotypes and you want to live a life that is very intuitively led, this is all a part of that. This is all a part of using your gut, using your machine of a body to create your dream life in a way that is absolutely tailored and curated for you. So, end rant. I'm gonna put all this away. I'm gonna decompress, have some lunch, and then we'll be back a little later. And I'm a sucker for tote bags. I have so many tote bags, but these are so cute. I love tote bags. All right, let's put these away. My workspace is now done being cleaned. Probably a little later I will sit down and just work on getting my week together and figuring out exactly what it is I need to still finish. I have a training that I'm doing on Tuesday, so I have some work I have to do for that. I have some coaching sessions as well, and just tightening up like retreat things. A couple of weeks ago, I showed you guys that I had gotten these plants, and I was doing an experiment to see how it was going to work inside versus outside. So this is my indoor pepper plant, which I am so happy to say Planty has some babies coming in. Yay! My very first plants. I'm so excited. I really want to try and grow our own food this year. I'm really, really proud of myself. Look at this. How cool is that? I don't have a green thumb at all, so I'm super excited. So this is our indoor plant, and what I was doing was an experiment with our outdoor plant, and you can visibly see the difference between the two. This is our outdoor plant. I do live in Florida, and these just like, they look lush, they look green. It's obviously so much more bigger than the one outside. The one outside, even though it was being watered every day, these roots are just really dry. This doesn't have to stay, but I definitely want to add some. And to try, probably need a lot more. I really want it to focus on growing the top ones to be as big as they can be. I don't want it to expend energy down here, so I'm gonna cut the ones down here so that it can put all of its energy into growing these up here. And worst case scenario, if TikTok is wrong, these will just grow back, right? Hopefully. Look at this. Do you see the little pepper was trying to grow there? Wah. It's okay, bigger peppers are coming. I would love to be able to grow some onions, so I have these onion packets that I'm gonna try and grow. How far did it say?
Little seeds.
Tomato plant is sick. As you can see, I actually was just cutting off all of these. When I ran it through an app, I'll leave the name of the app. When I ran it through an app, it said that it's a fungus.
My stepdad actually recommended that I wash the tomato plant with warm water and dishwashing detergent, and so I just went ahead and kind of not scrubbed but gently just rubbed the dishwashing soap over the plant, and it's been about a week since I did this, and I can definitely note a significant difference. I'm showered, I washed my hair, my area is nice and clean, and I feel just refreshed. I'm about to get dinner started, but I wanted to give you a heads up on what we're going to be doing next. I am going to be using my digital planner to plan out my week. I have a pretty jam-packed week. I have my resting as a workaholic training, which you should definitely be at if you want to learn how to rest in accordance to your internal rhythm and the way that your body actually works, what your peak times are, what your rest times are. So actually, by the time that this recording comes out, that course will be available for you. So check the link down below. It's a pretty packed week, and I just again want to show you I wanted to show you a different form of resting than I did in last week's video. I want to show you that really your reset routine does not even have to look the same. You can switch it up. You can make it look like whatever it needs to look like in that given moment, in that given season. So I wanted to show you a different way that I rest as a wolf chronotype. So what that's looked like today is cleaning up my station, right? Something that is very trivial, but gives me routine. It's a mindless activity that doesn't require for me to use nearly any brain power. Did some gardening things, switched out my plants. Again, just systematic things that feed you at a soul level. There's something so relaxing about gardening. I'm still at the beginning stages. I haven't figured it out by any means, but it is just something that I find gives me a system. It gives me a habit that's been really nice to keep up with, and that quiet time I've learned to really appreciate. Again, when as a wolf chronotype, there's 3 levers that really you want to hit with your nervous system, and that's going to be your spiritual, mental, and creative. So in this case, I'm hitting that spiritual side. I think that there is something very spiritual about gardening. I also went to church this morning, which helps. And then, of course, the creative side is doing exactly what I'm going to be doing tonight, planning my week using my digital planner. I do use the Shop Detailed digital planner. I've been using it for a couple of months. Being a busy woman that's always on the go, the iPad Mini 7 has been probably my favorite purchase of 2025. So from a planning perspective, it's just so beneficial because I can fit it into pretty much any of my bags, and if I have an idea that I need to brain dump, if there's something I need to remember, it's just so beneficial for me to have it on my person pretty much at all times. If there's last minute work that maybe I needed to get done and didn't have the time, or I completely forgot, or a meeting last minute, like it's just so cool that I have this small little computer that can go with me everywhere. But also even for my kids, like there's been times, and I don't typically give them tablets, but there's been times where I'm in a situation and I just need them to chill. So I don't let them watch anything necessarily, but I will let them just like color on good notes while I try and get through like whatever it is I need to get through. Put it over here. Okay, and basically the thread was about this guy who was complaining about being in first class, and there were all these other kids and families in first class, and they didn't understand why parents did that. And this creator responded, it's because you view first class as an achievement and we view it as transportation. And essentially what they're doing is they're normalizing luxury. And I think that that is so beautiful, and it's definitely a lesson that I learned this week. How intentional were we this week? I would say I was very intentional, actually. I did a great job of balancing everything. I definitely feel like I was very aligned this week. I hit my targets. What can I change for this upcoming week? Financial awareness, I would say. This is going to be the week of 18 through the 24th.
So yay, it's actually my birthday week. How exciting. I had a physical planner for the longest time and I loved it, but like I said, they discontinued. Never tried a digital planner before, but I knew that it would be a game changer, and it really has been. I've actually really enjoyed it, and I find that for somebody like me that's always on the go, it is just so much easier. It honestly is so much easier. I do also have color coordinated all of the different areas of my life that where I have things going on. It just, again, makes everything so much easier so that I know what it is I'm doing. Yeah, and then this is our birthday, which is exciting. My husband and I share the same birthday, so I'm really excited for that. I think that's probably the piece that I love the most about digital planners is how much you can customize them to whatever it is your life looks like, especially because none of our lives looks the same, right? So I love that I can go in and do things like this, and I can make it as aesthetic as I want. That is definitely not how you spell dumb, but okay. I can make it as aesthetic as I want because it's all mine. It is digital, and I can, it seems a little tedious, but it is enjoyable for me at least. Oh, it's enjoyable for me to do this, so I really like this. And then you do that for the rest of the week, and you kind of just start over. That is our planning for now. I'm gonna go in and fill all of this in, and then I'll see you in a little bit. I am obsessed with my mood board. I do create a mood board for every single month, and this one is just so vibey. I love it. Just finished with our digital planner. As you've noticed, aesthetics to me are really important, and so I really love the iPad mini. It's just the perfect size for literally every single purse that I have it in. And then I'll leave the information for the case that I use as well, because it's just really cute. It's aesthetic, and I take it with me everywhere. It may have been through some things already, but it's holding up pretty well. I heard somebody say that they feel like it's kind of flimsy, and I actually would disagree. I feel like it does a really great job. I can take it with me everywhere. I write all of my notes at church in there, and etc. So I'm going to call it a night. Do some decompressing with the kids. We're gonna finish reading some bedtime stories. We're trying to catch up on all our books before we have to return them to the library. So we're gonna read some bedtime stories, and I will see you probably in a different vlog for a week in the life. So if you haven't already subscribed, please be sure to do so. Subscribe to the channel. I do post videos 1, sometimes 2 times a week, depending on the season. And yeah, my channel is all about content. It's all about helping you achieve work-life balance as a woman with many, many demands, big ambitions, and someone who doesn't want to self-combust. So if that is your thing, definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out, and highly recommend that you stick around